What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Board Games Are For Everybody, where today we're going to be playing a solo round of Dragon Castle. This is a game I've been playing a little bit lately. I think this is going to be my third game, my second solo game. We got it not too long ago, and I know it's not Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, but I know I haven't done any gameplay stuff in a while, and I figured that this was quick and easy to set up, so I figured we'd get into it. So the premise of the game is that we are going to be basically playing Solitaire Mahjong. For anyone who has played Solitaire, we're going to be matching the tile symbols on the board. In order to do that, we need to always select one from the topmost row, and we have to match it with anything on the board. However, we're only allowed to match with something that has one of its long face sides available to us. And as we score stuff, we're going to be making little shrines on our player board here, which I'll kind of explain as we get into that. And we are going to be playing the solo mode, which means that there's going to be like an AI generated player, basically. It has a bunch of predetermined movements, so it will always move in a particular order that we will be following. But let's just hop right into the game and get started. We're going to start off by examining the board here. You should probably see what we actually have here and what we can work with. There's quite a few bamboo pieces, but not a whole lot of open bamboo in these other spots here. There's also quite a few swords, which could be helpful. This is a pretty tough one, seeing as we have to start with the top here. But it looks like swords and maybe the season tiles are going to be what we're going for here. Also, the bamboo tiles for the time being. So the way that this works is that I'm going to choose what I want to go for. Now, let's say in our first step here, I want to go with this sword here that has 4 tiles. That's what we're going to go with. So we now need to find something on the board that matches it, that is available to us. We have 2 different things we can take. We can take this one over here, since it has a long side. We can also take this guy down here. I think I'm going to take from the bottom for the time being. And we're just going to place those guys face up on our player board here. So now the AI opponent is going to activate, and his actions are as followed. It's really stuttered here. I'm trying to think of things to say when I'm just going through rules. The AI actions go in the corresponding order. Their first action is to summon the dragon, which would be to take one of these pieces down here. Once these run out, the game is over. However, these can't be taken until we are on the bottom row of the tower, so that will be skipped for the time being. His second option is to pick a tile of the same kind of tile that we just took during our last turn. So he would be taking a sword icon. Now, their priority for what they take is the northmost available tile of the same thing that you took. So he could take this 6 sword here if there is another 6 sword on the board that they can match with. Now, there is not another 6 on the board. There is one down here. There is one right here, but neither of them are open. So the next thing that they would do would be that they would go down, and the next option we would have here would be this 3 sword, which I believe there is one right here that could be taken. So the AI will take this 3, accidentally moving all this stuff around here, and we'll also be taking this 3 here, and these are just going to be placed off to the side, and that's going to come back to our turn. And this is basically how it goes back and forth until the end of the game. As we keep going on, I will explain this when we come to it, but until then, we're just going to keep playing. In the event that the AI-controlled player cannot take a tile of the same kind, he would move on to picking a dragon tile, and then he would move on to taking a special tile if there's no dragon. The special tiles are the season tiles and the wind tiles. So the blue tiles and the black tiles are the special tiles. If he can't take a faction tile, a special tile, he will take any faction tile. And those would be the rest of them. So our bamboos, our swords, and our dots here. I don't actually know what all the different symbols are. My fault. I love Mahjong. Don't know what all the symbols are. Anyway, in the event that they do go for something, the priority is the northmost tile. If they can't pick the northmost tile, it moves down like we did with this one. If there is a tie for the northmost tile, so say we took a bamboo and they had to go for a bamboo piece, let's say this bamboo piece was moved over one and there was on both sides, it would be the westmost bamboo piece that they would take. But yeah, that's pretty much how the game works. As we make up our shrines here, we will start scoring points and stuff, which I actually think I left in the box. I guess having our point tokens would actually be pretty helpful. If I can get this box open, there we go. It's a pretty tight box. Okay, our points. Definitely gonna need those. Okay. Okay, we're good to go. Good to go. Let's just get our points out on the table here. Alrighty. So, we are now on our second turn. The AI has taken some swords, which is going to slow us down a little bit. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start moving into the bamboo. There is a 2 available down here. There's also a 1 available. Is there a 5 available somewhere? Because his priority is going to be the 5. There's a 5 down here. And if he can't get the 5, he would go for the 1 or the 2, which are both available. So all of these bamboo are actually available to us. He's going to take the 5, which I think is okay. I think I can deal with that. I think I'm going to go for this 2 bamboo here. So we're going to start by taking this 1 on the top, and we're going to match it with this guy down here. We're going to place these guys on the bottom here. So the AI would be taking this guy right here, and it's going to match with the only other 5, which is down here. And those are going to come off to the side of the board. We are going to follow up. Is there a 6 sword open somewhere? There isn't. 2, 4, 5. But no 6. 6 here. 6 here. There's no 4 bamboo either, not until we hit the second tier here. So I think we're just going to be going for the 1 bamboo here, and we are going to place them over here. I should mention, seeing as I forgot to at the end of the game, that we are not playing with spirits or powers. There are 2 cards that we can deal out at the beginning of the game that will give us different parameters for the gameplay, as well as extra scoring opportunities at the end of the game. I've chosen not to do that for this one. I actually haven't played with the powers or the spirits as of yet, but I will be getting there pretty soon. I think we're still just kind of learning, getting everything down before we hop into the powers and stuff. There's some pretty interesting cards in there, though. So we took a bamboo, which means the AI is going to go for the 6. It says the northmost, but I don't believe there are any 6s available on the board, which means he would go for the 1. However, there are currently no 1s available on the board either. So seeing as they can't take what we had, they would go for a dragon tile, which would be this guy here. Do we have any matching? That's blocked. That's blocked. So no matching dragons. So he would go for a special tile, which I guess would be this one here. Which is going to bring it back to us. Now, I can't use any of these bamboos here, but maybe we can set up that 3. I'm thinking that's the only thing we can really do right now. We can take both 3s from the top. It'll force him to pretty much take the dragon, which he can't do. Can't take another wind, and nothing else is matching, I don't think. So I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to start setting up these guys here. Let's put them off to the side here. So our AI is going to try and take a dot, which it cannot do since there are none on the top row. It's going to try and take a dragon. Oh, the dragon does actually have a match now. So northmost dragon, they're blocked, but this one down here does match, so it looks like he's going to be taking the dragon here. So that's going to bring it back to us. I actually didn't even realize that that dragon was open up. I didn't realize that I had opened that. That's okay. We still don't have anything we can really do here. We don't have a 1 bamboo anywhere. Do we? Oh, we have a 6 sword, or a 5 sword though. So we're going to take this 5 sword and start getting our swords set up at the top there. So we're going to take this, and we're going to take this, and we're going to match these guys right here. Okay, so our opponent is going to take a sword, which would be here, the 6. There are no 6s available. Oh, there's also a 5 down here. I could have taken that one. There are no 6s available. He's going to move on to a dragon, which both are still blocked. Going to move on to a special tile, which the rain clouds are all blocked. It's going to move on to any faction tile. Northmost would be the 6 bamboo, which there are no 6 bamboos. Next would be the 6 sword, which there are no 6 swords. Next would be the 1 bamboo, which is blocked over here. So because the AI can't take a tile to match, they're going to be moving on to the next step, which is to discard a tile. And it would be to take a shrine piece, but since they aren't scoring, they just discard a tile. Now, I just want to make sure if after a tile is chosen, dragon action can be completed as a pair of tile action, the dragon will do so and take a second available. Yep. When taking a single tile, instead, they will not take a shrine from the pool. They won't score any victory points, obviously. Now, what I was trying to see is if their priority is still the northmost tile when they take a tile to discard. They can only make legal moves until more than 1 tile, same row, westmost tile. If after the tile is chosen, the dragon action be completed as a pair of tile action, the dragon will do so and take a second available tile identical to the first one following the same rules described on the number 2. The floor, the section, right, is irrelevant of your second tile. When taking a single tile instead, well, it doesn't say whether they do the northmost priority, so I think that's how we're going to play it. So because there's no tiles they can match, they would just discard 1 tile from the thing and play would move to us. So now that it's our turn, we're in the same predicament here. All the clouds are blocked, the swords are blocked, the dragon is blocked, and the bamboo is blocked. So there's no tiles we can do. However, this brings us into our other play actions here, where our first play action, I took the wrong card here. Our first play action is to take 2 matching tiles. Our second play action would be to discard a tile from the top row and take 1 shrine piece. And the other action we could perform is to discard a tile from the top row and gain 1 victory point. The other action would be to take one of the dragon tiles, which are always worth 2 points. However, like I mentioned before, we can't do that until we're on the bottom row. So we will save that for later. For now, I think I'm going to be discarding a tile and taking a shrine piece. So I want to... At this point, we're just going to be discarding. There's not a whole lot we're going to be able to do here because nothing is matching. I have to wait until we go down one in order to start pulling pieces. So, because of this, I am going to discard the rain, I think. The special cloud tile. I would like to try and keep the sword there. Not that it's going to do anything for me because everything's done. But I will put my discard. Oh, actually, I'll put my points down there. I'll just put my discarded tiles off to the side. I'm not sure how much camera space is still over there, but hopefully a little bit. So we're going to discard a tile, and we are going to take a shrine top. That's going to come into play a little later. So now that we've gone, our opponent would take a cloud, which they can't do. They cannot match a dragon. They're still blocked. Cannot match a special tile because there aren't any. And they cannot match any factions, so we are going to be discarding the northmost tile. Once again, I am left in the predicament that we were just in. So it looks like we're just going to be doing a back and forth discard here for the time being. I think I'm going to discard and take another shrine piece. The shrines are useful for us later on, so having tops will be beneficial. And moving on to our opponent, he is going to discard this one, and we're going to be moving down to our second row. So now that we've done this, we now have a whole slew of new things we have opened up here. So what are we going to try and do? We're going to try and block him from taking our bamboos. The 2, there is no 2, so I could take the 3 from the top, and we wouldn't have to worry about that. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to take these 3s. Oh, although if I take the 3s, he's going to get the 4 on the bottom here, which I'm going to want for afterwards. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. You know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3s and we're going to drop them on the floor. Typical. We're going to take the 3s and we're going to place them right here. Now, seeing that we have connected all of these bamboo tiles finally, we can start showing off how this side piece works. Basically what happens is that once we connect a certain amount of tiles, which currently we have connected 6 tiles, we're going to gain 5 victory points. And because it was one of the faction symbols, if we want to, we can place 1 shrine top on top of one of the tiles that we just flipped over. So first things first, we are going to gain our 5 victory points, and then we're going to flip all these guys over. If we wanted to, we could put one of our shrine tops on top of one of these tiles. I think we're going to hold off on this for the time being. We're still only midway through the game. We have a lot of time before we really need to start putting shrine tops down. And now that these are flipped over, we can actually start stacking tiles on top of these. And we can try and get a maximum of 3 points for having it at 3 tiers or higher before we put one of the shrine tops on top of them. So I think we're going to hold off on placing a shrine top on top of here for now. So we're just going to take our 5 victory points, and that is going to move us to the AI. Now, like we said before, they aren't going to be able to take that 2 because all the other 2 bamboos are blocked at the moment. So it's going to then prioritize the 5, which there aren't any of, and then the next one would be the 4. So it would take this one, and it would take this one, and these are going to be discarded. Now, I think I want to try and get some swords so we can either start getting our top built up, or so we can start stacking down here to get this built up a little bit. So what do we have? We have the 4, which is not available. We have the 1, which is not available. So I lied. We aren't going to be doing any swords right now because there aren't any. But we can get some dots. There are quite a few of the dots going on here. 2, 5. It would prioritize 5, which there aren't any. Prioritize 2, which there wouldn't be any. Prioritize 3, which there wouldn't be any. I really don't want those special tiles to get ruined, because we're going to want those special tiles down the line. We're going to have to be careful. Can we match any dragons right now? Or we can't. We can't even match any special tiles. They're all blocked. So I guess we're just going to go with this here. It is going to open that dragon up, which doesn't match with anything at the moment. The match is right here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to take these. Oh, that's going to open that 5 up, though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 2. So that... Oh, but this 5 down here. So he's going to get the 5, eh? Okay, that's all right. That's all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to place 1 here and 1 here. So something I didn't explain while we were flipping all these over, you flip your tiles over once you have at least 4 tiles connecting of the same faction type. You are allowed to place your tiles anywhere on your board as you're placing them, which is why I kind of have them spaced out, my swords up here, because I don't want them touching. As soon as 4 of the same faction touch, you have to flip them over. So you kind of have to manage where your things are spaced out. So that's why we're kind of spreading things out a little bit here. So now that we've done that, they are going to prioritize taking the same faction we took. So it would start with the 2, which there aren't any, I don't believe. It would move on to the 5, which there is one down here. So he's going to be taking the 5. Okay, next up, what do we got? The 2, obviously we don't have any. We could take the 1. Now that that 5's gone, that 1 matches, we could get that built up. I really want to try and get some dragons, but they're all blocked. Or, oh, I can get a wind. That would be helpful. That would be helpful. The winds allow you to place 2 shrine tops on one of the spots you just flipped over. Super helpful. We're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. He's going to take this one here, but that's okay. We need to try and set up being able to put 2 shrine tops on things. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these down here. Okay, it's going to move on to him. He's going to take these here. She's going to bring it back to us. What can we do now? We could take the 2 sword. We could set our swords up. That would be helpful. Or we could take the 1 and we could set this up for a 3 when we get another special tile down on the bottom there. We could potentially flip 2 3 points for the end of the game. However, those special tiles are not available yet, which isn't helpful. I would need to try and get into here, which I could do. If we do the sword, we'll take that. There's no 1 available, which would move him. Oh, but that would move him to a drag. Well, it would get rid of the season, but we would be able to take the wind. So that might actually work out in our favor still. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 2 sword. And we're going to try and set this up for a big score over here. So we got those 2 going. Nothing from there. He needs to take a sword. The 4 is up. Is there an available 4? I actually didn't pay attention to that. There isn't. There's a 5. But not a 4. So he can't take a sword. There's no 1. He's going to move on to a dragon tile. There's no available dragon tiles. He's going to move on to a special tile. Now, the northmost special tile is the flower, which is going to pair with this. It's going to bring it back to us. We are going to match the 1 now. A 6, there's no bamboo up. Do I try and get that special tile out? I could go down here too. Trying to think what the best play is here. I guess we'll come down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to place these guys right here. This is going to give us a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 once again, which is going to give us another 5 victory points. And these are all going to get flipped over. And this one's here, and this one is here. Okay, so they are going to go for a... Oh, did I just mess myself up? Oh, that's bad. Uh-oh. I may have just messed myself up there. That's bad. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, geez. I think I did mess myself up there. So they're going to go for the 4. There is no other 4. They're going to go for the 2. There is no other 2. They're going to go for the 3. There's no other 3. It's unfortunate. They're going to go for a dragon tile, which they cannot get. There's no matching dragons out right now. I don't think. There's not. Which means they're going to go for a special tile. Damn it. Which means the northmost one is this guy, which is what I wanted to use. I definitely did just screw myself over there. Whoops. That happened. That happened. It's okay. Do we have any other special tiles we can get? There's no open dragons. Still no open swords. The 6 is down there. There's no 4 bamboo, though. And there's no 5 bamboo that's available. So that's not going to help us either. So I think what we need to do... Geez, what can we do? There's not a whole lot we can do. Huh. That's unfortunate. I think we just need to discard a tile here. I don't think we can actually take anything. The dragons are all blocked. The swords are all blocked. The bamboos are all blocked. 1 sword? Is there a 1 somewhere? No, it's behind the feather. Oh no, there's 1 up here. Okay, so we can take this sword here. And I'm not going to mess around with this. I'm just going to finish this off here. So we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is going to give us 8 points to add to our score. And we are going to flip all of these over. Really need to start trying to get some shrines down here. It's what I've been trying to do, but I accidentally let the AI take those tiles I needed to put shrines down. I suppose I could currently put one on the tiles I just flipped over, but I also don't want to. I want to get them down here. So the AI is going to try and take a sword, which it can't. The 4 is blocked. The 6 is blocked. It is going to go for a dragon, which are still all blocked. is going to go for, God, a special tile, which I just opened up by taking that sword. Damn, man. I am really, really messing myself up here, apparently. Really messing myself up. So we're going to be taking that dragon that just opened up, seeing as that became available, and we really, well, starting with the top layer, I should take the top one first. Yeah, geez, we really need to try and get some special tiles here. He's going to try and take a dragon, which he can't. They're all blocked. He's going to try and take a special tile, which they can't because they're all blocked. He's going to try and take a faction tile, which they can. The northmost is the 2 bamboo. Okay, what are we doing here? We could go for the sword. The 6 is open. I need to be really careful about that, though, because I really need that dragon. And if he doesn't have a sword, he's going to take the dragon that I open up. So, that would be unfortunate. If there is nothing to match, the AI has to discard the northwestmost tile, which would discard the sword. Taking the sword might work, actually. Taking the sword might work. He might have to discard that sword if he can't take anything else. Okay. Okay, we're going to try this. I think I planned this out properly. We're taking this 6. We're going to put them down here. The AI is going to try and take a sword. It can't. The AI is going to try and take a dragon. It can't. The AI is going to try and take a special tile, which the season is blocked. This is blocked. He's going to try and take a faction, which I don't think it can. Oh, no, it can. There's a thing up there. So he's going to take this and this. I didn't see that 4 up there. My plan has been dashed because I didn't see that 4. Okay, what do we got? I think I just need to discard something at this point. Is probably my best bet. Discard something and take a piece. I want him to discard that sword. So I don't want to make this 2 available. So I think I'm going to discard this 5 bamboo here. And take a shrine top. The AI is going to try and match a bamboo, I guess, which he can't because there aren't any bamboos. He's going to try and match a dragon, which he can't because there's no matching dragons. He's going to try and match a special tile, which he can't because they're all blocked. He's going to try and match a faction tile. The sword's blocked. The 5 is blocked. The 2 is blocked. The 3... Oh, there's a 3. Dang it, man. Every time. I didn't see that 3. Here I am thinking I have these big brain plays, and it turns out that I just wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention enough. This will eventually work. This will eventually work. However, if I discard that snow, he's going to get rid of the... jeez. Which means I have to discard... I guess I could discard the 5 or the Well, I guess I would have to discard the 2 so that he can't match the 2. Or I could take the 2. Why wouldn't I take the 2? Get my tiles built up? Why wouldn't I take the 2? That should work, right? I keep saying that. That should work. That should work. That should work. It's fine. Okay, we're going to take the 2. He's going to try and match. The 5 is blocked. The 6 is blocked. The 4 is blocked. He's going to try and match a dragon. They're blocked. He's going to try and match a season, which he can, unfortunately. Oh, that's why I didn't want to take the 2 because of the season. No. No! Every time. Every time. It's okay. Okay. It'll work this time, right? It'll work this time. Gary, I'm sure of it this time. I'm sure it'll work this time. We're going to discard the 6 and we will take a shrine so that we can start building stuff here soon. I don't know what the limit on shrine tops is. I would assume until you can't fit anymore, which would be 6. I don't know if there's actually a limit on shrine lids. Okay. So I discarded. He's going to try and match the 4, which is blocked. He's going to try and match the 5, which is blocked. He's going to try and match a dragon, which is blocked. He's going to try and match a special tile, which is blocked. He's going to try and match a faction tile, which are all blocked. So he is going to discard the northwestmost tile, which is the sword. Thank you. It finally worked. It finally worked. We're going to take the dragons. We're going to build up this right here for the 4. So 4 gives us 2 points. However, we are also going to gain a point for flipping dragons. And we are also going to be placing down 2 of our shrine tops for flipping dragons. We had the option of placing 2 lids, which are going to go on these guys right here. Okay. Okay. He's going to try and take a dragon. There aren't any. He's going to try and take a special tile, which are all blocked. Going to try and take a faction, which I believe are still all blocked. Yep. Okay, so they're going to discard the northmost tile. That brings it to us. Everything's blocked here, eh? I guess we're just going to discard one of the things. We're going to end up on the bottom. Now, once we hit the bottom, they prioritize taking these. And once all of these are gone, the game is over. So I really need to get my butt moving on these, which I can do. There's a lot of stuff on the outside that's going to allow me to push myself forward here. So, first things first, I discard. I'm going to take a shrine top. They are going to end up discarding this because it's the last tile there. We are now on our final tier, starting with my turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this 3 bamboo over here. You may think, oh, I lied. I'm not going to start with the 3 bamboo. I think I'm going to start with the... I think that was down there. I don't remember where it was. Oh, no. They aren't taking anything anyway. It doesn't matter. They were both in open spots. I'm actually going to take the 1, I think. And we are going to flip over these 4 here, which is going to give us 2 points. It will also allow us to put down a lid if we want to, but I don't think I want to. I actually have access to a lot of things that are going to let us flip over 2. So I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm just going to flip these, take my 2 points, and we're going to focus on trying to get up to tier 3 here on some of these top ones. I am just shuffling everything everywhere here. This is so messy. I swear my boards are usually cleaner than this. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to do anything there. They are going to take a tile. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns to try and maximize our score here. We are going to start. I think we're mostly relying on special tiles here. I need to try and get some of these wind tiles out, or the dragons would also be helpful. So we're gonna start with these. Oh, we're with the feather. I was like, I knew there was 2 over here. Those are gonna come right here. They're gonna take another thing. We are going to take the sun, place it here. This is going to give us... Can I push that for more points? I don't think it's worth the extra turns. I also have a handful of stuff I need to move out of the way before I even have access to some of that stuff. So we're just going to flip these 4. That's going to gain us 2 points, and it's going to allow us to put 2 shrine tops down, which we're going to put onto these back tiles here. So we're going to put 1 here and 1 here. We're also going to gain 2 points for having a match of 4. Our opponent is going to take one of these. Swords? Do I have swords? The 1's open. I could take the 1. Would give us 2 points, as well as allowing me to put a shrine onto the top there. I need to try and get to some wins. Is there a 1? What is the 1? Oh, the 1 would open up the snowflake, eh? Interesting. Is the 6 bamboo open? It's not. It's actually pretty buried. Which means I don't think I'd be able to get to another special tile. Before the end of the game, anyway. But I might be able to get to a dragon. Possibly. I don't even know if I'd be able to get to another dragon. Okay, we're going to take the sword. We're going to place them here. We're just going to flip all these over. Actually, you know what? I'll place it there and here. So that's going to score us 2 points, as well as allow us to put a shrine down, which I'm going to put on that stack of 4 that we just made. It's going to go there, and we're going to gain 2 points. They are going to take a tile. We have 3 turns left. What can we do in 3 turns? I think the only thing I can do is match 4 bamboo and just put my last shrine on top of it. That'll take us 2 turns. I can't get to any wins. I won't be able to get to multiple season tiles before the end of the game. So I think we're just going to go with those bamboos there. We'll get 3 points. Plus 2 points. So we'll get 6 points. I think that's the play. If I could move that 6 bamboo up there, I would go for the 2 season tiles, but we can't get to it, unfortunately. Although, hold on. I could discard that 6 bamboo, take a shrine top, and then use my last 2 turns to take the snowflake and the feather, which will allow me to get 2 shrines on top of 3s. So that'll get me 6 points total, which is, I guess, the same that the bamboo would get me. No, the bamboo would get me 2 plus 3, so it would only get me 5. So I'd get 1 more point by doing it the other way. So I think that's what we're going to do, is we're going to discard this 6, take a shrine top. They're going to take a thing. We're going to take the feathers and place them, I guess we'll just do it here. Here. They're going to take a tile. We're going to take the snowflakes, and they're going to end up in here. So this is going to gain us 2 points for matching 4. And we're going to be able to put 2 shrines down. So we'll put 1 here. And we'll put 1 here. Grab our 2 points. And we're going to take the last tile. And that is the end of the game. That's the end of the game. So we're now going to add up our score. The way scoring works is whatever we got here. So I'm just going to simplify this a bit. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a total of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28, 29. As well as the points that we have for this. So each of our stacks is actually going to get us 3 points. The way that the stack works for points is that if you have a shrine top on top of 1 tile, you get 1 point. If you have it on top of 2 tiles, you get 2 points. And anything 3 and above, you're going to get 3 points. So all of ours are actually 3 and above that we have shrine tops on. So we have 29 plus 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So 29 plus 21 is going to put us at an even 50, correct? 20, 29, 1. Yeah, it's going to put us at 50. So let's see what a score of 50 does for us. The rule book here. A score of 50 makes us a Grand Master. We aren't a dragon. We're just a Grand Master. But at least we didn't do bad. You know, we did okay. 50, between 50 and 52 points. That's not too bad. But yeah, I guess that's our playthrough of Dragon Castle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you've played Dragon Castle, let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? Let me know why. If you saw this playthrough and it made you want to try the game out for yourself, let me know that down below as well. It's always interesting to see what kind of stuff people end up picking up because of the stuff that we talk about. If you guys are on Instagram, check us out at the Board Games Are For Everybody Instagram page. We post games that we pick up outside of the monthly pickup videos. We post games that we're playing and just general board game stuff. So yeah, if you like that, go check that out. Otherwise, thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I will see you all next time. But until then, just remember that board games are for everybody. And until then, peace.